Hello, guys, and welcome to today's episode of the chat with Mr. Carlton. And here today we have a guest in our midst in the name of George.
Hello.
So basically we are going to be having a chat, and I'm literally going to be asking him questions about things he knows about Nigeria and stuff. So just to, get to know if you really
Hmm.
know much, what I
Okay.
mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's not like, all right, so before we begin, could you like introduce yourself, just tell the audience who you are and like
Yeah. Sure. Hi, I'm George. So I live in Aylesbury now with my wife. I've only recently moved here. I'm from the UK. I'm from Worcestershire originally, in the West Midlands of England. I work in the railway industry. I'm quite a nerdy guy. I like Lord of the
you
Rings.
don't look it.
No, but I also really like heavy metal.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, proper death metal, but also drum and bass stuff like that. Listen to a lot of music. I like painting. I like writing. Do a lot of different things.
Yeah. All right. So now like I'm basically gonna take you back to my country, Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
because obviously, I'm Nigerian.
Yeah.
Like a full blooded, like full born.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so to start with, what what are the good things or the bad things? Okay, I'll start with the bad things. What
Mm-hmm.
are the bad things you've heard about Nigeria?
The bad things I've heard about Nigeria would be, well, the first one that pops into my mind, although I know it's more of a northern Nigerian thing, is the one that was in the news a lot, at least maybe 5 or so years ago, which is
Okay.
Boko
Oh
Haram.
yeah, like the Boko Haram.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people heard about when they kidnapped the bus of schoolgirls a
Oh
few
yeah, like
years
the
ago.
Chibok girls.
Yeah, I think that was in the news all over the world. So I think that's
Yeah,
quite one that sticks in people's minds as a bad thing. Um, I've also heard, about problems of inflation,
yeah,
the removal of the fuel subsidy,
yeah,
um, or was it the Leke Gate toll booth?
yeah, like the Lake massacre.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and then as well, I guess problems with corruption around the oil industry. So I used to
yeah.
work in the oil and gas industry, and I had a couple of Nigerian colleagues
Okay.
who told me a little bit about some of the conditions in the Delta area when they
Yeah.
worked there. So yeah, but
All right. So that means like you know a lot about Nigeria and the culture as well, isn't it?
I do my best. I wouldn't say I know a lot, but I try to make sure that I know about some things. Otherwise, yeah, if you're ignorant about everywhere, then how can you speak or think intelligently about anything
Yeah,
else?
right. All right. So like to go back to like the previous question, because
Hmm.
like I asked you what are the good things and the bad
Hmm.
things you've heard about Nigeria. So
Hmm.
literally you've told me about the bad ones that
Yeah.
you know of,
Hmm.
you know. So what are the good things that you know about Nigeria?
Um, I would say, well, firstly, the food.
Okay.
So, although I know it's not specific to Nigeria, I know everyone loves jollof rice.
Yeah.
And I know Nigerians think that they make the best jollof rice.
Oh, you can say that again 100%. That, listen, you need to say it aloud because we Ghanaians and Cameroonians, I think
Mm-mm.
now, we are like, it just feels as if we are competing about who has the best jollof rice and that. But
Yeah. But I mean, other food as well. I've had, things like moi moi is really
yeah.
delicious, puff puff, the various types of like okra soup.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. So I think the food is definitely a good thing. Um, the hospitality of the people as well, of course,
Oh
as
yeah,
I know you're Nigerian,
Ooh.
but every time I've been to a Nigerian's house,
Okay.
you feel very welcome, very friendly,
Isn't
easy to
it?
talk to.
Yeah, right.
So, and I have some colleagues at work. I have someone on my team, Temidayu, a Yoruba guy,
Oh.
who's very friendly as well. And yeah, so I think that's another good point is, yeah, just always feel welcome, always feel helped whenever you interact with Nigerians, which is nice. Um, Other good things I think are, so I know Nigerian music is quite popular all
Yeah.
over the world now. It's not so much. Well, I like a few. I like Johnny Drill. I like some
Oh,
of his songs,
okay.
but I think the usual like the Afro beats is more. Yeah, it's less my style of electronic music. If for electronic music, I prefer like drum and bass and dubstep and things like
Okay.
that. But I think there's a lot of good music that comes out of Nigeria.
All right. So you've mentioned Johnny Drill.
Hmm.
Okay. So um which other Afrobeat musicians have you heard of?
Um, I've heard of Burna Boy.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard some of his songs, and I quite like them, but not something I'd listen to every day, I admit. But you know, then who else? See, now you've put me on the spot. My mind's gone blank. It's always
Sorry
difficult,
about
isn't it?
that.
No,
Okay,
no.
so you've got whiskey. You've ever like heard about whiskey?
I don't think so. No.
Oh shit! So you just know Better Boy. Okay,
Yeah.
have you heard about the video?
Yes, I've heard of Davido.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Hmm.
Hmm. I
I
see.
did have a look. I did have a look if there was any heavy metal music from Nigeria, but I
Yeah.
couldn't find any.
Nah. Nah. So like, but you've heard about Laubaja. You've heard about like them Fela Kuti, like them.
Fela Kuti. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like because they are like the king, like the proper king of
Mm-mm.
Afrobeat. Like they are the ones who like like introduced Afrobeat to the world.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, yeah. All right, so I want us to do something fun,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit fun.
Okay.
You're interested?
Sure. Yeah, I'll give it a go.
All right, so you mentioned Johnny Drill.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like he's the best Afrobeat musician.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like even I'm surprised, like Johnny Drill.
I don't know. Well, I think
Why Johnny Drill?
I don't know. Well, how I came across him was actually when I looked for Nigerian heavy metal music.
Okay,
I found an article that was about rock music in Nigeria on an online like magazine,
yeah,
and it mentioned that he'd done a song which had a small amount of like shouted screaming vocals, which I think
okay,
was a song he did about the upcoming election and
yeah.
about opposing corruption. So I listened to that, and I thought it was actually a really good sort of, yeah, it had a bit more of a
All right, so you
rocky
dipped into
punky
him in
vibe.
it, yeah, like.
Yeah, so through that song, and then I started to listen to his other stuff, and his other stuff is, yeah, less rocky, punky sort of music, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, I like the lyrics, and it's quite nice, chilled.
All right, so that's the point I'm trying to make now, because I told you that we're gonna do something fun,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So since you've mentioned him as your best Afrobeat
Mm-hmm.
musician so far, I would love if you could sing just any of his music that you love so much, just to entertain the audience.
Well, I think my wife would say that my singing wouldn't entertain anyone. Um,
You could try.
I could try.
You
Well,
could try, and then the viewers would literally rate you. I will rate
mm,
you as well.
okay.
You
I'm
know.
trying to remember the lyrics now.
Okay.
They're not my strong point. Um, yeah, I might have to look up some lyrics on my phone.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Just
Yeah,
go ahead.
but I'm sure I will do awfully because I can't sing at all. I think I'm pretty tone deaf. Maybe that's why I like heavy metal
All right.
music where you
So
can just
you
scream.
okay? So what you're gonna do is just play the song, all right,
Yeah,
and then see if you could sing to it as well.
okay. Trying to. What's the song
Because
that
I want you to sing
you
for
want me to
us.
sing? It
Yes,
will be very.
I want you to sing for us. You can
Okay.
imagine. This is my first time like of seeing an English person. In fact, I think
I don't.
literally you're the only English person I've seen who would come up to me and say Johnny Drill is my best Afrobeat, like
Okay.
Afrobeat musician. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
quite interesting though,
I
like to
don't
learn
think.
about that.
Well, I don't. I don't really
So
know
Johnny
anyone
Drill, like
else.
if you're watching, just know that you have fans all over the world.
Yeah. Yeah. I listened to that along with like. What else have I been listening to? Wargasm, Dillinger Escape Plan. So he's in interesting mix of different stuff.
Yeah.
Skin Dread. Ah, there we are. Okay.
All right, so you play it and just hold it up close to the mic. literally, so we could hear.
Okay. I can't sing though at all, so you will laugh at me.
Nice, alright. No, just go ahead.
Mhm. But yeah, this is my favourite song of his, which I don't think sounds like the rest of his music.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go for it.
Lies, too many lies. Don't say we have had enough. It acting like we people blind. But we can see all the shit in your words. Start a fire, a revolution. Find a solution, shine a light. Start a fire, a revolution. Start a hearts, cold as ice. Are you able to sleep in the night when all the people can close their eyes? You're blinded by the evil inside. So much evil inside. See, I told you I can't
No,
sing.
no, 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 no. You're doing good. Like you don't get it.
Every day, you go. I can't sing the bit in
No, like
broken.
you're doing good. Like literally, trust me. I'm not gonna lie.
They're taking us for fools. Amumu don't do it, don't do it, don't do. And the future of our kids is hanging on the noose. It's on me, it's on you. That's pretty much all of the
And it's giving you
lyrics.
like the rock vibe in it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I
Yeah.
like the song. So I found the one Nigerian rock song, I think.
Oh yeah, that's it.
See, that goes a little bit heavy metal at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
So,
good.
but yeah, I know like so some of that because I think he is he Edo? I'm not sure, but
Trust me,
I'm
I'm
not
not
sure.
really like his. I'm sorry to say, Johnny Drill. Like I love your music so much, but I'm not like
You're not a super fan.
I'm not like okay, like I'm not a person who go digging about people like to
Mm-mm.
know where they're from. If you're
No.
Nigerian, like you're Nigerian, I see you as one. Like I
Yeah.
see us as one, whether you're Edo or
I guess
So
I was more just curious because obviously I don't know. Well, I know that there's lots of languages spoken in
yeah,
Nigeria, so and I know some of that
and like he
song.
speaks more of Yoruba, I guess,
Okay.
English Yoruba kind of. I think because he lives in Lagos, but trust me, I
Mm.
don't really know where he's from.
But
You
yeah,
know,
because I know some of that song is in what you call, I think, is it broken or
yeah,
Niger? How do you call
pigeon,
it?
yeah, like
Pigeon.
yeah, like the pigeon English.
Mm. Yeah, like mumu is a word that I
But
learned from that song.
as for Johnny Drill, yeah, like he literally sings more with English, but like he mix
Mm.
it, with the pigeon as well.
Mm.
You know, so
Yeah, pidgin's something that I found a bit difficult to get used to. Some of the words, because so I'm not from, there's an area near where I'm from called the Black Country,
hmm
which is called Black Country actually because of all of the smoke from
yeah,
the work. So it used to be the area that basically did all the manufacturing around Birmingham,
yeah,
and that's got a very very strong accent. And the accent there, some of the words are similar actually to broken, but mean the opposite.
yeah,
So when you say "don't"
hmm
in broken, you mean you have done it, don't you?
hmm
But where I'm from, the
yeah,
way you pronounce it sounds like you're saying don't, but you just missed the T off.
yeah.
So it
Just
means
made the tea
you
off.
haven't done it. So it means
Yeah,
the opposite.
yeah, like
So,
don't like it's basically like it's why it's called pidgin English.
mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
So it's just like for me how like like how I explain it to people. How I explain pidgin English to people is it's just like when your forefathers,
Mm,
like the Englishmen
mm,
came to Nigeria,
mm,
you know. So and people who were trying to understand and learn English,
mm,
who could not really speak
mm,
as an Englishman. So like they just mix
mm,
with
mm,
like just I think basically like it's
yeah.
just how like the whole pidgin English came
Mm,
about.
mm.
You know.
So languages is something that I'm quite interested in actually, and I know um, one thing that I was reading about recently, which was in Papua New Guinea,
Yeah.
was another. it started off as Pidgin English, but it more mixed with the local
Yeah.
languages. So now, me as an English person, I can't understand it. It's called Tok Pissin,
Talk pissing.
which sounds quite funny, but that actually
Oh,
comes from
like I've never heard that before.
so that means talk business. So they don't have a bus sound in it. So pissin is business, and then talk is talk. So it's from
Ah,
business talk. So again, like people who couldn't really communicate with each other
yeah,
but traded, they pick up bits and pieces of different languages
yeah.
based on English.
Oh,
Yeah, it's quite interesting as well. Like I know as well, when I've heard you on the phone with your family,
mm-hmm.
it there's quite a big switch between the sort of English you
Yeah, yeah.
speak. Or I used to work, yeah, when I was working in the oil and gas industry, I worked with a girl who was from Trinidad in the Caribbean,
Okay,
and again, she'd lived in Scotland, I think, for about 8 years. When I talked to her, she sounded Scottish to me. But
okay.
then when she picked up the phone to her cousin, I couldn't understand anything
You
she was
couldn't
saying,
understand
even though it was
anything. Yeah,
English still. Yeah, it was interesting.
that's nice. All right, so tell me, have you ever seen our Nigerian movies? Can you
Uh,
rate it? You've never
no,
seen our Nigerian movies?
I haven't. No.
Oh,
So, yeah, the only person who would really show me Nigerian movies doesn't like Nollywood films.
trust me, I don't, I don't like it
No?
myself. But, 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 but most of them are interesting.
Mm,
Like these days they are. I'm not gonna lie, we're really trying.
mm,
We are really trying. We are really getting there. But sometimes like the storyline, like you already know what's gonna happen.
mm,
There's no suspense.
okay.
So basically, like what's gonna happen next. I'm not gonna lie,
Mm,
but like most of them are nice. Like of recent, you see movies that okay. It's just like I'll give an instant. You need to see that movie as well. It's called First October.
okay.
Yeah, I think yeah. So like it's a Nigerian movie and it's really nice and like the props and sets and everything was really really good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah,
I'll have a
basically
look.
like yeah, like I thought maybe you've seen like Nigerian movies as well. Like I just wanted
Unfortunately,
to ask you
not.
to rate
Yeah.
it and tell me what you think. I just want to test to know, like what you know more about Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
basically. So how many states can you mention in Nigeria that you know of?
Okay. So the states that I know are more around the Igbo area.
Okay,
So I know Imo State,
okay,
Abia.
okay.
Um, what's the other one that begins with A?
Abia
Uh,
still begins with yeah.
yeah, I thought there was what's the other Igbo one?
Anambra.
Yeah, that's the one I was trying to think of. And then Delta State, Rivers State, is it? Cross Rivers.
Yeah, Cross Rivers.
Um, is um, is Lagos its own state?
Lagos, yeah. Abuja
Um,
as well.
yeah.
Hmm.
Um, I think that's probably all of them.
Yeah, trust me, you're doing really good because
Mm,
most people, even people who are not like like English, what I
mm,
mean, even people who are Nigerians, but because they are being born here,
mm,
if like literally, if you even ask them where you from, be like I think I'm from, and it's not even that they will pronounce it properly as you
mm.
do, you know what I mean. So trust me, kudos.
Thank you.
So tell me, I heard you can speak Igbo.
A tiny bit,
A
not too
tiny
much.
bit.
I've been learning. I've been learning.
All right, so now you have to tell me. I mean, okay, okay, okay. Let's have conversation in Igbo. I mean, just talk to me in Igbo.
Okay.
Okay.
Ndewo,
Ndewo.
kedu ka emere,
Adị m mma. Ngụwakwalụ.
adimma,
Hmm. Just nice. I'm impressed.
imela.
Oh my God, you've killed me. You've murdered it already.
What
Yeah,
else?
yeah, yeah. More,
Uh,
more.
Ahambu George.
Eh?
Um,
Eh, God.
what is it? Abum Onye Worcestershire.
Uh huh.
Um, Eb- Ebimna Aylesbury.
Yes, Ibimna Ellsbury. Uh-huh.
Um, uh, Odima Kanye Sirihu.
Can you repeat that again? Sorry.
Odima Kanye Sirihu. Is that right?
Yeah. Odima Utanshiri ho.
Uh,
Is it?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pleased to meet you. Something like that. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Odimo Utanshiri ho. You
Okay.
know. Yeah. You're right.
Okay.
You're right. That's
Yeah.
good. I'm impressed. I'm really
Thank you.
yeah, more.
Uh,
I'm listening.
Biko.
Be cool, please, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Bia and Chere.
Biakom, cherry weight, yeah.
Um, Godi.
Gordy,
Goodbye.
yeah.
Um, Ibolachi.
Good morning, Bolachi,
Uh,
yeah. Uh-huh.
and Kachifo.
Kachifo, good night, or see you tomorrow, or like bye as well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, what is it now? Is it Kanyihum Emicha
Can you home mecha, yeah.
and Kanyihum Echi?
Can you home let's see tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah. Um, Kedu Ihebu Ahagi.
What is your name, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Anuri. Is that happy?
Angore, yeah.
Anuri
Happiness, yeah.
and Nwute.
Ute, sad, yeah.
Yeah. Um, what else? Mazi.
Maze, uh-huh.
Is that Sir, Mister?
Yeah, so
Um, yeah, I think. Oh, Kaimisia.
Gamecha, Gamesia, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'm
what?
really impressed, you know.
Thank you.
I mean, like 100%. Like, I'm really impressed because, like, I keep on saying it. You've never been to Nigeria before, isn't it?
No.
But trust me, look at how good you can speak. Even, I mean, you speak more than people who are even from
Mm.
Nigeria. Like, I mean, Igbo people who hasn't even
Mm.
been, or even people who has been, they can't even speak.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like 100%.
Mm.
I mean, like I'm really quite impressed.
Thank you.
Whoever is teaching you, that person deserves an award.
Mm. I agree.
That was really nice. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
100%. If I had money now, I would just give you like £2,000 and
Not really. Mm-hmm.
where got flex, yeah, where got call flexing. Got
Oh,
tankwobi.
what's that?
Okay, where got call flexing means take and go and enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Or and the other one I said, were got tankwobi. It's like take and go and eat nkwobi.
Mm-hmm.
Like like I don't know if you've ever heard about like nkwobi before. Like, have you had it before?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? All right. Whoever is teaching you, when you go home, say, "Actually, me eat nkwobi."
Ngwobi.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, you've reminded me of something else that I learned to say. Very important if
yeah.
you are dating or married to an Igbo woman.
Okay.
Unurigi no toto.
You say what?
Unurigi no toto.
Okay, in Regina Toto. Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's. I'm really impressed, honestly.
Mm.
Like
Thank you.
100%. 100%. I'm really impressed, and I feel happy when other people who are
Mm.
not even a black person, who are not Nigerian,
Mm.
you know, uh, when they try to speak my language,
Mm-hmm.
and when they try to, like to learn about the culture as well,
Mm.
because definitely like it's a beautiful culture,
Mm.
you know,
Yeah.
and like like I feel happy about that.
Mm.
That's
Good.
really good. I'm
Mm.
impressed.
Thank you.
100%. Yeah.
But yeah, I always think, um, I've met people from, all over the world, work with people from different places, and I think it's really nice and really important to, meet in the middle, share things about each other's culture,
Yeah,
learn from each other, because that's part of respecting people is
yeah,
is to share in their culture and to value
100%.
their own,
Yeah,
just as they're doing to you.
yeah,
And I think, you know, being a native English speaker, you're quite privileged that most of the world speaks English or
yeah.
has learned English, but that doesn't mean that you can't make an effort,
That's it.
And I think that's a way of showing that you value other people's
Yeah,
ways of doing things as
yeah.
well, which is
That's it.
important. That's how you make friends,
Yeah,
you know, not try and be arrogant.
yeah. 100%. I agree to that. That's really nice.
Mm.
And trust me,
Mm-hmm.
for that reason, I'm taking you to Nigeria, son.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll,
I'd like to
we'll,
go.
we'll just have to plan a vacation. We'll
Mm-hmm.
go.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I think you might even enjoy it more during the Christmas time,
Mm-hmm.
so you get to embrace the culture more. Because like I come from, I'm from Imo State.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Ibise. All right, so in fact, I'm from Ibekuta Ibeku, Okwa North to be precise. So like it's more like a kindred. Like I've
Mm-hmm.
gone deeper, deeper, deeper.
Mm-hmm.
About where I come from. Yeah. So you know, we have something we call Irigwara. So basically is like um it's like a culture thing where our own Christmas, like people from different, how like put it, like because in Mbise now, like in Abombise we have different, we have Lagwa, we have Ibeku, we have like a lot of them. So Lagwa might decide to have their own Christmas day,
Mm-hmm.
like on the 25th.
Mm-hmm.
Then Ibeku, yeah, would have their own Christmas day, like on the 26th.
Mm-hmm.
So the Irigwara means if you are from Lagwa, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm from Ibeku, yeah, I will come to your own Christmas day
Mm-hmm.
and eat food,
Mm-hmm.
have a drink,
Mm-hmm.
merry, watch the masquerade,
Mm-hmm.
and when it's my turn as well, you would come
Mm-hmm.
to my own side and still
Mm-hmm.
do the same. So that is why it's called Irigwara. So I will take you,
Mm-hmm.
definitely will go, and so you get to embrace the culture. At least you see the masquerade live, you see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, trust me, it's really gonna be nice. And
Mm-hmm.
and thank you for being. And besides, like, do you have any question like to ask, like before we go, like before
Um,
we just wrap it up for today?
so just a small observation, but you reminded me of something. So when you said that you're from Imo, so
Mm-hmm.
something that I was surprised to learn, because it's a bit different from how we tend to express things here,
Okay.
is that in Nigeria you say that you're from where your sort of paternal family is from,
Yeah.
not necessarily the town that you were born in or grew up in.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Yes, it's correct.
So even though you're in Mbese,
Mm-hmm.
you weren't born there?
Okay.
Is that right?
No, I wasn't born. I wasn't born in Mbise.
Mm, mm,
Okay.
mm,
Originally, I was born in Aba,
mm,
born and bred. I mean, born and bred in Aba.
mm,
Do you understand what I mean?
yeah.
So, and because I was born in Aba, that doesn't mean I'm from Aba.
Mm,
Do you understand what I mean?
yeah. But the reason I mention that is because it's quite different here. So I say I'm from Kidderminster, which is the
Yeah,
town I was born in.
yeah,
But when I have my child,
yeah.
if the child is
He's
born
born
in
in
Aylesbury,
Aylesbury.
it would be
He's gonna
very weird
say
to me to say the child is from
then it,
Kidderminster.
yeah, I understand what you mean. I
Yeah.
understand what you mean because it's an English thing. That's
Mm,
why we Africans, we Nigerians, to be precise, because I don't know, I wouldn't really talk more about other African
mm,
countries, but I would talk about my own country because I'm proud of it as well,
mm-hmm,
no matter what. So we Nigerians, yeah, we always respect our roots.
mm-hmm,
Okay, so if you have a child, your child is from, like for instance, my child,
mm,
yeah, I'm from Bise,
mm-hmm,
yeah,
mm-hmm,
and my child was born here.
mm.
My child is not from Ellsbury.
No.
My child is from Bise.
Even though he's not been to
Even
Nigeria.
if he hasn't been to Nigeria, he's from Mbise.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, he will learn his roots.
Mm-hmm.
That is it.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have this culture of tracing back to our roots,
Mm.
100%,
Mm.
and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, so even in the nest, hence I keep having boys,
Mm.
and my sons keep having boys.
Mm.
Yeah, and my and my grandsons keep having boys. All
Mm-hmm.
the boys that came from me,
Mm.
yeah,
Mm.
they are all from Bise.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they are all going. I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about the future that I've not seen, but I'm saying
Yeah, yeah.
all
No.
those boys, they're all from Bise.
Mm.
Now, it's a culture thing that when a woman gets married,
Mm.
automatically she's no longer part of where she came from.
Mm-hmm.
She's now part of a new family.
Mm.
So the only thing um is now having a maternal home
Mm.
where your mom is from.
Mm.
It's just like I will use my own mom as an instance. My mom is Ngwa, Abia State.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and my dad is Imo State, say. Okay, so Ngwa people say Okene. Like me now, I am Okene in Ngwa.
Mm-hmm.
So I am Okene in Ngwa land. Like you know, is where my mom is from.
Mm.
So basically, but if I want to talk about it, yeah, I wouldn't say I wouldn't say that I'm from Ngwa.
Mm.
I'm from Mbise. Even my mom now, she identify herself as an Mbise woman.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, because basically, like, she's married.
Mm. Mm. So it's a bit. So I think even here it used to be, yeah, when a woman was married, she
Yeah,
joined the man's household, as it
yeah,
were. Leave behind,
yeah,
because she would live with her parents until she got married, and then
yeah,
move in with her husband or her husband's family. So, um, but yeah, it's interesting. Like, I think that's one of the joys of, I think, talking to people from all over the
yeah.
world, learning
Trust me,
about different
just
things.
learning about because like at some point, like it's not, like a lot of people might not really know
Mm.
because it's just like if you haven't made your research, yeah, and
Mm.
also being able to have people around you who are
Mm.
from that part of the world
Mm.
to let you understand that this
Yeah,
is the way of life,
and I
this
think
is
as
how we
well,
do things,
a
you wouldn't
big
have
thing
known.
is if you're never exposed to other people, other cultures as well,
Yeah,
it's very easy to think that the way you do things and we're brought up doing things is
yeah,
the only way that makes sense to do them.
yeah.
And then when you see other things, you're like, oh, that's a bit weird.
That's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, when actually they're looking at you thinking, oh,
Yeah,
they're a bit weird.
yeah.
Like, there was something that I knew someone from Zimbabwe, and part of their culture that surprised me was um, that they count like brothers and sisters and cousins differently. So I think it was their the children of their father's brothers and sisters. They count them as their brothers and sisters. So
Mm,
what we would call a cousin, like say my uncle's son is my cousin, for
mm.
them that would still be their brother, and they have like different kinship terms, so that sort of thing. So they'd say like, oh, I've got like 20 brothers and sisters, but actually they're all cousins, and it's just a
Oh,
different way of looking at the family group, which I thought was interesting
oh.
as well.
I've never. I know like a lot of Zimbabweans, but we've not had that conversation.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, because I think,
I didn't know about that. My cousins are my cousins. My brothers are my sisters, and my brothers are
yeah.
my sisters. I mean, people who call, but like we still refer them as okay. It's just like to you. If my cousin was here,
Mm,
he or she is my brother or my sister.
mm,
Yes, it makes sense, but I should still let you know he's my cousin. All
mhm.
right, it's really nice to have you here, and I
Thank you
appreciate,
for having
and
me on.
I'm definitely gonna have you back again sometime next week.
Hmm. Thank
Hence,
you
we are
very
live,
much.
and thank you, our viewers, for watching, and we'll keep you posted and also keep you entertained. And The next time we are gonna be together, we are gonna have a lot of interesting things more than just talking about Nigeria as well, and so it's nice for you guys being with us, and have a lovely evening.
Have a lovely evening.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.